It's unique for an athlete to dominate juniors, play elite college tennis, and then climb near the top of the professional rankings. But that was exactly the path for Ansley Cargill.
At that time, she was the best player, female player, to come out of Georgia in probably 20 years.
She was so good in Atlanta and so good in Georgia, and then became top in the country, and then it developed into top 10 internationally. That's how good she was.
Every great tennis journey starts somewhere. And for Ansley Cargill, that journey began in Atlanta, Georgia. Introduced to tennis by her parents, recreational players who simply wanted their daughter to experience the game, she first picked up a racket at the age of 7 and started playing at the Cherokee Town Club and Sandy Springs Tennis Center.
They wanted to get my sister exposed to the sport, and it did not take long for them to start getting comments from her early coaches that this girl is something special.
I realized very quickly in the first 20 minutes how well she moved for a young person, and the strength of being left-handed was a real plus. But it was really her attitude, her determination, and her athleticism that led me to believe she's got her chance at being great.
Ansley quickly enjoyed the competition of competitive tennis and started to win matches early.
She was 7 years old and entered her first tournament for girls 12 and unders. She won her first match 6-0, 6-0, and did not lose a point in her very first tournament playing girls 12 and under when she was 7. And that's how good she was at a very early age.
Cargill, a left-hander, was excellent with ball control and mental toughness. By the age of 13, she started to make a name for herself, cracking the USTA Top 10 National Junior Rankings.
And Ansley really possessed the mental toughness at 12, 13, 14 of maybe somebody playing in Division I college tennis.
She was dominating in her age group, top 1 or 2 in the 12s and 14s. By the time she was 15, she actually moved down to Miami to live with me for a year. Our player development headquarters was down there, and she was able to take a year out of school, focus on traveling the world and competing with the best players across the globe.
By her senior year in high school, she was ranked 9th in the ITF World Junior Rankings and just outside of the top 250 on the WTA Tour.
I worked with Al Parker growing up, and he's the only other player that was #1 in the country. So working with people at that level is a whole nother experience.
After a stellar junior career, Cargill graduated from Westminster and was the nation's #1 college recruit coming out of high school, and she decided to play her collegiate tennis at Duke University.
So when it came to college tennis for Ansley, I've never seen anything like it. Every single college coach wanted her, and I remember so many home visits of coaches coming from all over the country to our house.
Duke at that time had a great women's coach, and it was simply the right atmosphere for her.
As a freshman for the Blue Devils, Ansley put together one of the most dominant debut seasons in Duke history, posting a record of 45-4, the 3rd most wins in a single season all time, and set the freshman record for singles victories.
When she played her freshman year, I mean, she won over 90% of her matches as a freshman and was beating players obviously 3-4 years older than her in singles and playing in the #1 position.
In doubles, she tallied 23 dual match wins, tied for 8th all-time, and won a perfect 7-0 in ACC play. Cargill earned All-American and All-ACC honors and was named ACC Player of the Year and received the ITA National Rookie of the Year award. She was also ranked as high as #1 nationally, earning ITA All-American honors, and was selected as a Rolex All-Star.
It's almost impossible for a freshman to come in and be that dominant, because when you're a freshman in college, you have the freedom and the distractions that every other freshman has. And she maintained her high achievement needs through, both academically and on the tennis court throughout that freshman year.
Cargill also captured the Riviera All-American Singles title in 2000, part of the Collegiate Grand Slam, and won the ACC Flight Championships at #1 singles and #2 doubles. She was also just one of 8 Blue Devils ever ranked in the top 10 nationally, reaching number 2, and was named to the ACC Honor Roll. Her freshman season in Durham was so successful that Cargill decided to turn pro in July of 2001.
I think in the college game, she saw that she was actually better than most of these people on a day in and day out basis. Not that somebody couldn't beat her, but it wasn't enough competition. And I think sometimes in college campuses, it's a little bit, you're the best player on the team, and it's hard to keep being pushed by lesser players. So I think she needed more in terms of competition.
Honestly, there was not much more that she could do. And if she wanted to get even better, she really needed to take the next step and turn pro. She had always dreamed about being a professional tennis player, always. And she ultimately chose that it was at that time to take the risk and turn pro. And so that's what she did.
She played for 6 years on the WTA Tour, winning 90 singles matches and 4 ITF Pro Singles titles. Cargill's highest singles world ranking was 90 in 2003, when she was ranked as high as 67 in doubles at the same time. She was one of the first 5 Georgia players to ever achieve top 100 rankings in both singles and doubles.
To reach 90 in the world, going to the academic school she went to, and I think she was the first WTA player from Georgia ranked in the top 100 in probably 20 years.
I don't think people understand how hard that is when you're on the tour and you're around 90, which is incredible. You're usually playing people that are ranked top 10, top 20 in the world in the first parts of like Grand Slam draws. For example, in the Australian Open, I remember her playing Venus Williams in the first round. So to be where she was and to stay there and to get there was really unbelievable.
Ansley Cargill played the main draw at 4 Grand Slam tournaments. She reached the second round of the 2003 Australian before losing to Venus Williams. She also played Williams at the 2002 Australian Open. Cargill and fellow Georgia native Ashley Harkleroad reached the third round of the 2002 U.S. Open doubles tournament as wildcards. During her career, Cargill defeated 9 top 100 opponents. Her most notable win came against former world top 10 player Patti Schnieder, ranked number 13 at the time in the 2003 Sarasota clay courts.
It just really goes to show how incredible she was and coming from the state of Georgia and how well she represented Georgia.
Cargill returned to Durham to finish school in 2004 and volunteered as an assistant coach, earning her degree in 2007 before entering the business world. She has kept her hand in tennis as a USTA high-performance coach, mentoring top American junior players across the country.
Seeing her win sectional events, seeing her win national events, seeing her being one of our top players in the country to represent the USA overseas, and seeing her carrying in that into the collegiate pathway as well as the professional arena. I can't think of anyone more deserving.
Congratulations to Ansley Cargill, a 2026 inductee into the Georgia Tennis Hall of Fame.